Hello, my name is David Statlander and I'm the Supervisor of Health Education Department for the North Colonie Central School District. I'd like to welcome you to this presentation on our district health education program. As educators, our primary goal is to provide students with the tools they need to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. In this presentation, we'll walk you through how our curriculum for elementary through high school is designed to address the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of health. We cover essential topics such as nutrition, personal safety, mental health, substance abuse prevention, and healthy relationships. Our aim is to equip students with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions, care for their well-being, and support the health of those around them. We'll also share how we collaborate with families and the broader community to strengthen these important messages and foster an environment of wellness throughout our district. Thank you for your time, and we're excited to show you how we are shaping the future of students' health and well-being.
Hi, my name is Dan Amati, and I have the pleasure of being the new elementary health education teacher here at the North Colonie School District. Students who receive comprehensive health education earlier in their lives tend to make safer, less destructive, and more informed decisions. They eat better, they sleep better, and they're also more physically active. And what I think is the most important change is that they're better communicators and they have better self-esteem as they grow up. The elementary health education curriculum is delivered in grades 1, 3, and 5. Our first grade curriculum focuses on illness prevention and hygiene, growth mindset, understanding their emotions, healthy peer relationships, sleep, and exercise. In third grade, we spent some time talking about overall personal and dental hygiene. We talk about respecting differences in our community, internet safety, media balance, and we finish up our units with nutrition. Our fifth grade curriculum includes substance use prevention education, adolescent growth and development, respecting boundaries, harassment prevention education, and stress management and mental health. The elementary health education curriculum includes interactive hands-on activities in order to teach and reinforce healthy skills that these students can use in all areas of their lives for long-term well-being. Our goal is simply to provide students with as much information and knowledge as we can so that they can use these skills to make healthy choices. I'd like to now introduce Mrs. Winters-Bona, who's going to talk a little bit about the middle school health education curriculum.
Hi, I'm Abby Winters-Bona. I am one of the middle school health teachers. I'm going to be going over the curriculum for sixth grade health. So we begin sixth grade by identifying the differences between social, emotional, and physical health. We give them the opportunity to assess where they are at this point in their life. One of the things we do know is that it can be stressful for sixth graders to adapt to the middle school model. So we do take some time to help them learn some organization and time management skills, hoping that will decrease some of their stress. We do then talk about risk behaviors, and we focus on the effects of positive risk-taking. We then talk about communication. We focus on the three different styles of communication: assertive, aggressive, passive, but our focus is going to be on assertive communication. Within this unit, we do focus on refusal skills as a way for them to address peer pressure. We do talk about some personal responsibilities that they have in regards to their health and their contribution to the world. So our next unit is focusing on respect and how the students can contribute to the well-being of their school and community. And we do go over different ways to show respect in different situations. We do internet and social media safety and responsibility. For our last unit, we do explore the physical changes that occurred during puberty and focus on different ways to show respect and awareness for other people's emotions. We help them identify different ways to regulate their own emotions and develop strategies to express their emotions in a healthy way. We do have some different key terms and topics that we cover in sixth grade, focusing on our different units, which is organization, risk-taking, personal responsibility, communication, and our adolescent growth and development unit. Now I am going to turn it over to Mr. Newhouse as he explains our seventh grade curriculum.
I'm Todd Newhouse, and I'm a seventh grade health teacher this year. I want to tell you a little bit about our curriculum. So in seventh grade, students will begin to recognize personal strengths and weaknesses in the context of health and wellness. They'll begin to understand the process to successful planning and goal setting. They'll demonstrate effective strategies to resolve conflict among peers. They'll practice the ability to be assertive, including the use of refusal skills. They will recognize signs of peer pressure and practice strategies to combat it. They'll develop skills in decision-making for both complex and quick results. They will identify their personal family values and how they can impact and support their future healthy behaviors. The students will study the negative effects of the illegal use of gateway drugs. The students will review and discuss adolescent changes in puberty. They will review and build HIV and AIDS education, and they will review and build skill in disease prevention with the emphasis on abstinence. Now on these next slides, you can see a list of the topics that we covered, like planning and goal setting, interpersonal communication, decision-making, drug education, HIV and AIDS education, adolescent growth and development. A few things I want to highlight. During the decision-making unit, we do a family values project where you'll be receiving an email from me, and this is a project where they examine their personal values and their family values that can help form the decisions to make in the future. Also, I'd like to highlight in the HIV/AIDS education unit where we'll have a focus on abstinence, and we'll introduce the term condoms as a way to reduce risk, again with a focus on abstinence.
Hi, I'm CJ Gannon. I'm one of the health teachers at Shaker Middle School, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing in 8th grade health. We start with the strengths and goals within students' personal wellness. We identify the dimensions of wellness, and then the students do a self-assessment as they've done since 6th grade. We then get into some information about identifying factors to increase personal longevity and look at life expectancy as a whole. We discuss online behavior related to personal values and advocate for responsible digital citizenship, considering that half the world we live in right now is online. We explore the effects of stress on overall wellness and analyze various strategies of stress management. We also continue to talk about the risk factors related to mental health, and we highlight the sources of support. We partner with our counseling department at the middle school, and we utilize a number of other support staff that help us out with this. We identify the risks of illegal drug use and effects of substance addiction, and reiterating the risk of vaping addiction as well. And then we get into reviewing HIV and AIDS information, where we go into a little bit more detail and we explore prevention methods of HIV and STIs with an emphasis on abstinence. We end the semester usually talking about the signs of a healthy dating relationship and what to look at, not just with dating, but also with friendships as well. So when we review the key topics in terms of 8th grade, you'll notice that we have a few things that we use over the course of the year, and I want to highlight the mental health unit specifically. Students do get information about mental health in advance, so for anyone who may have a personal connection with this, we work with them individually to come up with a plan if they are concerned about any of the topics that we're discussing. We focus primarily on substance abuse in 8th grade, more so than the specific drugs, and we talk about the impact that substance abuse does have within our communities. And then we get into some other terms: digital citizenship, relationship management, and HIV, AIDS, and sexual health. We do go back to the use of the terms abstinence. We define sexual activity as 3 forms of sex, and we do talk about condoms and how to use them. This information is really important as they continue into the high school for next year. We also emphasize that we use universal precautions, and abstinence is the only thing that's 100% effective every single time. We also note that most students are choosing abstinence from sexual activity and other risky behaviors. In the middle school, we also have an adaptive health program. This is for our students with special needs. They're in special class health. This is something that's been newly developed, and we are working closely with our special education staff and our communications classes to fit their learning goals. And so we do topics such as healthy versus unhealthy behaviors, personal care and hygiene. We talk a lot about assertive communication, stranger safety, body safety, and positive decision making. I'd like to turn it over to Sam Halpern, who will talk to you a little bit about our high school curriculum.
Thanks, CJ. My name is Sam Halpern. I'm a high school health teacher here at Shaker High. On behalf of my colleagues Ryan DeGeer and Tyler Katafmo, I'd like to share with you a little information on 10th grade health at the high school. So we meet every other day with the block schedule for a full semester. So students would have us from September to January or January until June. And throughout the semester, we talk about various skills and topics that will help prepare the students to be health literate individuals as they leave our classrooms. Our curriculum is set up for skill application into either their current lives or future lives. so that when they leave our classrooms, they are ready for life. Some of the skills include self and relationship management, planning and goal setting, decision making, communication, stress management, and advocacy. Within our semester, we have several large projects. In our first quarter, we have a goal-setting project called the Vision Board, where students are outlining some of their goals for the future, whether it's 2 years from now or 30 years from now, that they can look forward to and set goals for. Our big project in the second quarter is our advocacy project, where students select a health issue that's going on in the world, and they work together to create skills and topics that they can teach an audience and advocate for that topic. That will help set them up with good communication skills and goal-setting skills for the future. Some of the main topics that we discuss, at the beginning, we do like to have our student assistance counselors come in to let the students know that there's a resource right at the school that they can use, especially during our mental health unit, which has a focus on a mental health toolbox, where we talk about things like stress management and how to build happiness and gratitude and different types of mental health disorders. Other topics, we do discuss life expectancy, which helps bridge some of the 8th grade curriculum to our 10th grade curriculum. Emphasis on ATOD, alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. More so nicotine products than tobacco products as that becomes more popular. And talking about the legality of drugs and our brain science of addiction. We have a unit on nutrition and physical activity that is paired with first aid and CPR. Hands-only CPR is required by New York State to be taught that all students need to demonstrate how to properly give chest compressions. We also have a unit on healthy versus unhealthy relationships, and also talk about sexual health, bridging some curriculum from our biology program into our lessons with anatomy and physiology and different dynamics of relationships. At this point, I'd like to turn it over to Dave Statlander. Thank you very much.
Health education is a critical component of a well-rounded education that directly supports social, emotional, personal, and academic achievement for all students. Health education is a very important part of the educational experience for many reasons. Healthy behaviors have been linked with improved grades, higher test scores, increased graduation rates, and better school attendance. If you have any questions, please email your child's teacher as the first point of contact. Thank you for taking the time to view our presentation.